Avaya Incorporated is a global telecommunications company specializing in IP telephony and call center technology.
Avaya is a leading global provider of business communication applications, and we embed those into intelligent communications. For us, my experience and certainly the strategy of our company going forward, intelligent communications really embeds voice communication applications into customers' business applications, and we see this absolutely transforming their business. It takes efficiencies, it allows collaboration, and we see that driving it through mobility, internet, IP, internet protocol through voice, intelligent business processes, and also customer contact centers. From Avaya's perspective, we are a leading global provider of communication business applications through systems and services, and we drive that through revolutionizing and transforming our customers.
I'm Nancy Scott, and I'm Managing Corporate Counsel with Avaya, part of Avaya's Law and Government Affairs Division. And so I'm a lawyer and dual qualified in both Canada and the UK. And I've been practicing as a lawyer now, including my 1.5 years in Canada initially, for, I guess, 12.5 years. And I've been with Avaya now 6.5 years. Unfortunately, Avaya, makes this great technology that allows me to work from wherever I am. So, it supports remote working, and also through our unified communication products, it allows me to be wherever I am. I can, via email, via voice, place my calls, do my work. I can be sitting, in a doctor's surgery where my little girl's ill and actually be doing emails, of course not making calls because you're not allowed to do that in doctors' surgeries. Or I can be called away for something in support of my daughter, and know that I can still manage to be connected. I can still do the calls, still do the emails. So Avaya's technology does make it much easier.
My name is Louise Scott. I'm the HR Director for Avaya for the UK, for Ireland, South Africa and the Nordics, and I also look after EMEA for channels and for marketing. And I've been here for about 7 months now, so I've got a team of about 8 people, and it's great. It's going well. For me, I find working here is perfect. I've always worked in London. For a long time I worked in consulting and had to travel to a different country every week. And I now have a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old, and it means that I live about 11 miles away, so it's about 3/4 of an hour, so it means that I can have work-life balance, I can have a really good job, and be back home by 6:15 if I leave here at 5:25, which is absolutely brilliant, as opposed to 2 hours, 2.5 hour commute to London, which is what it used to be each way. So, no, it's great.
Employing over 20,000 people across the globe, Avaya provides telecommunication solutions for 90% of the Fortune 500 largest corporations, and was the official converged communication provider for the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Avaya prides itself on being a one-stop shop for a company's telecommunications needs.
What we do, and certainly when we speak with customers, irrespective of what the technology is, you speak and understand the customer's business. So no, absolutely not. You don't have to be geeky, in your words. You typically have pre-sales or other people who can support you, but certainly from a sales perspective, from my team's perspective, it's very much a counseling. It's what do your customers do, what are the business pains that they have, and how we can help them.
I must say I've got a fantastic team, and I rely upon them 110%. I spend a lot of time in recruiting, finding the people who are really going to fit with me, with the work we do, but also with Avaya overall. And without that team behind me, I couldn't do my job. And by team, actually, I mean teams, plural, because it works not only with the people that report into me, but my colleagues here, and my colleagues globally, so that I can reach out to my colleague in Asia Pac and know that we'll both be there to support one another, no matter what time of day or night. And we have that kind of culture at Avaya.
We are living in a culture and a time of people expecting to be accessed all the time. So if I don't respond pretty quickly, people will find the next person, or they will decide on their own. So in my role, I'm expected to be being asked questions about, can I do this, can I do that? And it's really important I'm quite contactable so they don't do the wrong thing. And I suppose people are under such pressure for work that they have a gap of 10 minutes to answer that specific question. And if you're not there, they have to do it to move on. So there is this culture which is very much technology, which is fast moving, now available, and we have the technology to make sure that people are available.
Providing anything from IP telephony solutions to messaging and unified communications infrastructure, applications consulting and integration.
Certainly the sorts of things that we look for is getting integrity into people. You've got to be honest. If our solutions can't deliver against something, then don't hide behind that. So it's people who are confident to say, actually, I don't know that, but let me come back to you. So, you know, from do we need people who are geeky people? Absolutely not. It comes back to the circle of understanding your customer. When you meet with someone, you know, what are the business problems that you have today? Not, do you want this? You know, I've got 10 of this and they're in blue. It's tell me about yourself. Tell me what your challenges are. It's a very wrong thing to be assumptive. We all know what banks do. We all know what retail. We all know what Tesco's. And we can be fairly assumptive in what their business problems are, but you never make that mistake. Now, if you take that into women versus men, then I don't see that there's really any difference what gender there is. It's the I guess it's the intuitive relationship building that any individual has. I think what is important is that women tend to ask questions a little bit more comfortably.